What's up, y'all? It is Soncerae here. I appreciate you being here, of course. Um, actually, had a moment to myself. Let me just say the title of this live stream ran through. Been with too many women. Now she want God. I just want you to understand that it's never too late for you to seek out God. I don't care what you've done. There's some convicted felons out there who have done some real fuck shit, and they decided to go find the Lord. That's usually how it works with a lot of people. Some people are naturally like that, but then other people aren't. So anyway, the reason why I decided to name this live stream that is because I had actually been looking through my comments, and I always take things people say in consideration. So, of course, every time a black man comes onto my comment section, something ignorant is always posted. And I can't understand why. I think black men want women to feel like they're good and, should be exalted like kings or whatever. But for some reason, every time a black man comes into my comment section, he has something ignorant to bring with him. It's just I never understand it. But I think it's because the nature of the black men on this website is so degrading and derogatory, and the way that black men and women communicate with each other in general, it's never really healthy. So my comment section is sometimes, just filled with ignorant comments depending upon the topic. As well as my community tab. If you haven't been on my community tab yet, please go to it because it's people out having conversations about different topics there as well. And I haven't posted anything on there today. I've actually been kind of busy. I posted a lot of videos earlier. I usually do a live stream much earlier than this, and I haven't. I don't like to do live streams at night because my trolls, aka my super fans, come out at night and be trolling my live chat. I don't know if Mark is in the chat, my moderator, but I'm not looking in the chat right now. So if he decides to come in the chat, he'll probably do a little bit of moderating, be timing people out left and right. So anyway, a guy came into my comment section. I just posted a video about how women put God first inside of their relationship. And he says something about women who have slept with a lot of men or women who have more than one baby daddy only start looking for God after they have exhausted their options and can't get what they want, basically, a husband or a good man or whatever the case may be. Now, for me, I don't know if it sounded like he was making a general statement, but I don't think he was like directing it towards me. Because for me, specifically, if he was, I couldn't take it personal because I've known for many years how I feel about God and how many videos I've posted about my feelings about God. So my relationship with God really has nothing to do with husbands or boyfriends or anything like that. But I did say inside of that video that women should stop praying for a good man. And when I did post this video and I said that I was talking about how I prayed in my last relationship, and a lot of people say to me, well, that guy isn't what God sent you. And the next guy will be who God sent you. And for many years, since the first time I started dating, people have always said if my relationship failed, that's not the guy God sent you. The next guy will. And then I end up dating a guy and that didn't work out. And they're like, okay, that's not the guy that God sent you. The next guy will be. And then I end up dating someone else and he's not it. That's not the guy. It's like a consistent, like constant thing that's being said over and over again. And I'm not buying the last guy I was with because it didn't work out. That means God didn't send him to me. It means that God very much did send that person to me to teach me whatever lesson. It doesn't mean that the next man will be the one, or if the last one was any less of the one for the moment or the time being. I think people think that everybody's end game has to be marriage. And I think my next relationship, my end game won't be marriage with him. I just want to live my life and be happy. And if he decides to stick around for however long just to witness the rest of my journey, I'll appreciate him for that. You know what I'm saying? But my end game is not marriage. So, anyway, there are a lot of women out there who have been with a lot of men. I'm not necessarily promiscuous woman. I have definitely tried to do something sexually to explore who I am. I did like 10 years ago, but I'm not the type of woman that likes a whole bunch of multiple sex partners. It's just not my thing. I'm not interested in it. Doesn't mean that the other women out there that want to explore their sexuality to where they're sleeping with a whole bunch of men, it doesn't mean that they're bad people. I mean, how they use their vagina is their business. You know what I'm saying? If it makes them happy, hey, if you like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever makes you happy. Um, I'm not trying to subscribe to that whole narrative and double standard in regards to black men being able to, or just men. Not just, it doesn't have anything to do with race. Men being able to sleep around and do whatever it is that they want to do. Meanwhile, women can't sleep around and do whatever it is they want to do because supposedly sperm is deposited inside of their vagina and it never goes away. Whatever little trick people can try to pin on women, to a little mind trick that they can tell women to get women to want to close their legs and feel ashamed anytime they have sex. I try not to subscribe to that. If I don't want to have sex, I just don't. If I do want to have sex, I just do. And I feel like all women should be like that. I do want to say that women are not biologically structured the same way men are, because men have penises. They could populate the earth 500 times over in 1 year, with their sperm. But women, we can only get pregnant once a year. Men could get like several women pregnant once in a year. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're just not biologically built the same. And if you're a promiscuous woman and you use protection, you don't have to worry about some dude's nasty ass sperm still being in your body and that bacteria still being there. So, if you are a promiscuous woman and you like to sleep around, please put on some protection, because some women like casual sex just like men do. I'm not saying men and women are created equal, but I'm definitely saying that there are certain things that both men and women do that seem to be okay, with me. Like we both eat, we both sleep, we both shit, we both like to have fun, we both like to laugh. I mean, it's so many things that both men and women like to do that's equal. And then there's certain things that we can't do, that isn't equal. So anyway, um, it surprises me that black men want to chastise a woman who wants to improve her life. Because, see, what I've learned about women who may have been promiscuous or may have not necessarily been using marriage as the end game inside of their relationships, or maybe they have been misguided or whatever the case may be. 9 times out of 10, these women didn't have some type of example of the perfect relationship or what society has pressured us to believe what a relationship is. Some women just haven't been taught that. Not every woman has the luxury of being taught, what a perfect, relationship is. Because honestly, the truth about all of these relationships and all of these marriages, they are not perfect at all. Even if they look like it from the outside, people who claim that they're like committed and they have a bond and they don't cheat on each other, 9 times out of 10, they're lying to each other. They're either struggling financially, somebody is not happy in the situation. Relationships they differ. Some people are lucky to have that love that lasts them for a lifetime, where they have like some type of mutual understanding, some Ozzie Davis and Ruby D type of thing, some type of Will Smith and Jada Pinkett kind of vibe. Some people have that, but even inside of those marriages, they have their ups and downs that they have to deal with as well. But not every single person has got the opportunity or the privilege to see a couple of that nature as they're growing up. They weren't raised in a way to see something so healthy and so uh, good. Some people just haven't seen it. So when they grow up, they are going off of just what they've been used to seeing. So if they grew up in a home where, like, say for instance, I grew up in a home where initially I was living with my mom and my stepdad, right? And then they broke up. Okay. And then I was living with my aunts and my grandmother. And I have 9 aunts and uncles, and they're more of women. I have more aunts. So I've seen a lot of marriage. I have seen a lot of divorce, and I have also seen a lot of singleness. Okay, because when you have that many people, you know, in your life that you're growing up with, you see different variations of a relationship. You don't just see one way of relationships. Now, it's not the same with like my daughter's father's family. My daughter's father, all of the people inside of his family, everyone is like married. First of all, majority of his family is male, right? So all of them are like married, and they've been married to like the same women mostly, but he still has some divorce inside of his family as well. So he's very like cautious in regards to who he marries. So he hasn't gotten married yet either. Like he still has, is working on that. He's like, I'm just cautious, you know. So he was brought up in a place where he saw a lot of marriage and he saw some divorce, a little sprinkle of divorce. And for me, I saw a lot of marriage. I saw a lot of divorce. I saw a lot of singleness. Okay. I saw all three. So for me, it's like whichever one that you choose that makes you happiest, whether you're male or female, because I've seen it from both genders as well. Because I've seen my aunt's ex-husbands still live their life and marry other women or still be in relationships because 9 times out of 10, my aunt either had children with her husband. So I continuously keep seeing him anyway because he's, permanently family once they have children together. So, most of the men in my family are awesome fathers. They're awesome providers. I do have some people in my family that abuse drugs and alcohol. Some of us have that. Some of us grew up and saw that as well. Matter of fact, I think everybody at least has one person inside of their family that abuses drugs and alcohol. Like at least one person. We got that. So anyway, a lot of women grew up with just either seeing divorce or just seeing people being single or just seeing not the dynamic of a man and a woman being together building a happy family. There are some people who look at how society does things and tries to mimic how society does things. Some people do that as well. Like some people didn't grow up seeing that inside of their household, but then they went out into the world. Maybe they went to church and they was taught at church that marriage is what they were supposed to do. So they go out and they have a healthy marriage. But it's a lot of women out there that's not like that. And so it amazes me that men will see a woman who may have didn't know better initially and then finally picked up on what she was supposed to be doing and decided to make a better choice. Why is a woman chastised for that, but a man isn't chastised for that? Like I've said before, men could go to the four corners of the world and spread their semen to the four winds, turn around and make so many mistakes with women, sleep through women like it's nothing, hurt women, breaking hearts, having all these baby mamas and baby daddies everywhere. But then when he decides to sit still and settle down and get married, he's supposed to be still considered as valuable. Like I have a man right now who has had 3 wives who swears up and down, I'm going to be his fourth. And I'm looking at him like, dude, you got like 8. You already ran through to me. Like, why? Like, your knowledge is ridiculous to me. Like, you have populated the fucking earth. Why do I want to like be with you? You have let just about any woman have you. And to me, it's just as nasty when I see a man who will let any woman have him as if it would if a man looked at me and felt like a whole bunch of men could have me. It's the same thing. Like I see the same disgust. Why would you want all of these women and then turn around and think you're gonna get you a virgin? And that's usually how men are. They think that they can go around and do whatever and then they deserve like a virgin. You know what I mean? Who has touched no one. Yo, be what you want to have. You understand? Like, so if you want to have a virgin one day, I suggest you be a virgin. I suggest you be as clean as what you're looking for. I know for me specifically, let me tell you the woman I used to be. Okay. The woman I used to be was super docile, super submissive. Like I'm nice right now and I'm very domesticated. Anytime I get in a relationship, I'm really cool and laid back. I don't like arguing or confrontation, but I went through stages. At first, right, I used to be like this docile and super submissive woman to where I would do anything my man said. I don't care what it was. Wash the dishes, clean up, jump up and down on one foot. I would have washed my man's car. That's how docile and submissive I was. And I used to get my ass beat. They used to beat my ass. Because my ass, if I didn't do what they told me to do, beat my ass. If I didn't say what they told me to say, beat my ass. If I didn't wear what they wanted me to wear, beat my ass. Because men would see me being all docile and submissive and shit, and they would love that. They would love that weakness and vulnerability. They would consider that femininity. And if I tried to leave the situation, they didn't want me to leave. Now, anybody who's been in an abusive situation or anything that has to do with domestic violence, you know that. You know how that goes, you know? And so after a while, I started realizing that I was so afraid to, number one, be myself, number one. Number two, to tell the truth. Like if I felt like I made a mistake, I wouldn't even tell the truth. I would lie just so I wouldn't get my ass whooped or just so, a person would like me. And I noticed I was doing that. And then I turned like 22, 23. Now, I think I turned 23 and something clicked in my mind. Like, I don't know, like my mother says there's this thing that happens to people called the click. And when the click happens to us, we snap out of it completely. She said it happens to you twice in a year. It's called the click. She said I clicked just recently and I clicked before. So let's talk about the click that happened the first time. When I was 23, I was like, you know what? I'm sick of being docile. I'm sick of being submissive. I'm sick of being beat. Definitely. And number four, I'm sick of having fear. I am tired of being so afraid to where I'm lying, and then I have to make up another lie to cover up the lie that I was trying to tell so I wouldn't get my ass whooped. So I tell you what, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start being brutally fucking honest, and then I'm going to start slapping the shit out of anybody who is disrespectful. I don't care who it is. Anybody could get it. I was 23, living in Atlanta. Do you know how many fights I got in? Oh my God. I had been in Atlanta for like 2 years. I was fighting everybody. Do you know how many fights I got in? Physical fights, just punching people. And this was before, the time where it became illegal in Atlanta for you to even fight. Like there became a time where if you fought in Atlanta and the cops were called, your ass would get arrested. Period. This is how it became in Atlanta. But before that, I was just fighting. I was just slapping the shit out of somebody. Somebody say something disrespectful, slap the shit out of them. Period. I shoot first, ask questions later type of motherfucker. That's who I was because I had got so tired of being beat and disrespected and lied to. I turned into that. So I clicked that first time at 23. I got into anytime I would date somebody, anytime I would get into like some type of relationship with somebody, I would be like almost hard to deal with. Like they couldn't do nothing. They didn't have any room to do anything because my ass was in their shit every single time. Like do some crazy shit. I'ma fuck you up. I was like the crazy woman to be with. And the reason why I ended up even becoming that was simply because I was the docile, submissive chick that a whole bunch of men, were beating on. Not even a whole bunch of men, just the men I had been in a relationship with were abusive. And don't even get me started on the drugs and alcohol they would pump inside of me in order for me to do whatever it is that they wanted me to do. I realized that alcohol and drugs was being used as a form of control inside of these relationships that I was in when I was younger, or when I would date guys when I was younger. Because the one thing that men wanted to do, and I always noticed it, was that men wanted to control me, period. Now, back then, in regards to God, I was believing in God then. When I was getting my ass whooped, I was praying. I was praying. When I would get in relationships with a man, like say I got into a relationship, I was in a relationship with this one guy. I did not like that he was disrespecting our relationship at all. That's what I would do. I didn't even come to him and say, babe, I don't like that you're disrespecting me. I would bypass the guy altogether and go to God and pray. I would go in my prayer closet and say, God, I'm dating X, Y, and Z guy, and we've been together for X, Y, and Z time. And I just would like for you to, make our situation a lot better. I want him to love me. I don't want to be disrespected. I don't want to be any of these things. I would like for us to get married one day. And I just want the negative stuff about these relationships that I'm in, or if I'm dating whoever I'm dating, to stop. Just send me a good man. This is what I was saying to God. I noticed that praying for God, praying for a man, praying to God over and over and over again was not working. It was like literally not working. I was like, why is this shit not working? So I don't know about any other women who may have been in worse situations to where they didn't even know how to deal with a man to begin with. So they were just having sex with guys. Like some women was just, having sex, because they like sex, or because maybe they were looking for some type of adoration from a man. I don't know where women who are experiencing that, where their faith is in God. A lot of the time, they do have a faith in God. Like I want people to understand, there's Christian women out there. Remember, I used to be a minister. I used to be at church. So there were women that was coming to my church, right? And there would be like young girls who would get caught having sex in the church. In the church, not near the church, not with the person that they met at church, not the deacon, not the pastor, actually having sex in the church, finding little private areas in the church to have sex. Christian women. Christian women. Somebody put in my comment section, a woman, she said to me that she was having a difficult time believing in Christian men, because she knew that there was some married Christian men out there praying to God that their wives don't find out who their side chick is. I said, girl, bye, that is so true. That is so fucking true. It is plenty of men out there that's like that. Um, but my thing is, the whole reason I decided to do this live stream is because, to see that anyone would chastise another human being for deciding to improve their life, regardless to whether they were a hoe, a drug dealer, a murderer, auditor, a bill collector, a liar, whatever. We all go through changes throughout our life. Some of us were good people and turned into bad people, and then some of us were bad people who turned into good people. A lot of the time, every single one of us has done something at least once that will have another person look at them and question their character. Like, come on, knock it off. You know damn well that none of us are perfect, and each of us has done some at least one thing to where a person will look at them that isn't them and judge the fuck out of them, like, I can't believe you did that. Because see, some people think certain things are acceptable, and then other people think other things are acceptable. And I know for me, man, I was just over here doing his fingers. I know for me, there are certain things I just be like, I can't believe people think this is acceptable, but this is not acceptable. Like, that shit is ridiculous. As we're speaking about God, I do want to share this with you guys right quick. So yeah, aura. My these are all things about religion and positivity. Like, yeah, aura is clothing designed to promote positivity. This is my clothing line, and I'll probably end up doing something major with it. I don't know, but it's based on more than one religion. I'm having some Christianity in here, some Buddhism in here. You know what I mean? Some Yoruba in here. Like, anything positive, really. I have on Yaora. So you can go to yaora.com if you want to buy a tee. You see, they range from about $20 to $25, and you can get something here. When I ask for donations, if you want to give me a donation, you can. But if you want to come here and get a tea, you can. I have teas for men and women. Um, I got this tea I just put up. This tea right here. Because people always ask me why, and I say, because bitch, I can. This tea right here. Most of my teas I haven't even ordered yet. I only ordered like half of them for myself. I have to go out here and order teas myself, because I haven't been ordering them to wear myself. I've been ordering them for other people. So anyway, as we're talking about the Lord, I really feel like people are very, very judgmental in regards to other people's beliefs and other people's behavior. Look, my squash all beef shirt. I made that squash all beef shirt for my trolls, aka super fans, because they was like being too extra. So I was like, listen, I'm peaceful. I'm a peaceful person. I've said this. So I made the squash all beef shirt. I don't know if any of body even saw that shirt. Like I didn't even promote. I don't even promote my shirts like I should. I don't do my due diligence with this stuff. I need to really just be doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I be forgetting the damn do designs and everything. I just be working so hard. Like I be so tired. Let me go get Justice right quick. Let me go get him because he's like in his swing and he's making all this funky noise. You hear him? He's back there like, Mama, come get me, please. So let me go get him right quick, and I'm coming back. Hold on. Oh, 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 oh. Here you go. Oh, my son is getting so heavy with his big stuff. Big boy. Here you go. Come over here with me. Yeah. So the fucking moral of the story is basically that there are some women out here who didn't get the opportunity to learn what it is to be in a solid, healthy relationship or to be in the very relationship that society says we should be in. It doesn't mean chastise an injured person. Like that's the problem with the Black community. They tend to believe that, if a person is down, let's kick them. Or if they've been making a mistake, let's make fun of them because that should stop them from doing it. Nah, it's just gonna make a person hate your ass, like hate people. You know what I'm saying? So you don't go to injured people and speak negativity on to their lives and think that that's going to help them improve. The Black community believes in tough love to a point where that tough love has become extremely toxic. Like it's become toxic love. It stopped being tough love a long time ago. Like tough love in somebody is telling them no to something or telling them that they should improve. But when the criticism, the constructive criticism, turns into derogatory name calling, utmost disrespect, harassing, and just being completely ugly to people, just saying just nasty, cruel stuff, that becomes a completely different thing, and it's not helpful to the person that you're speaking to. I remember when I was getting trolled a lot. A lot of my trolls, aka super fans, would say, the reason why we're trying to help you. This is where we're creating all of these horrible videos about you. This is why we're doing such and such because we're trying to help you. That is not helpful. I know the difference between someone helping me or teaching me something versus someone who is just being nasty and cruel, just being ugly, trying to get a laugh out of some other people or some type of attention or views off of my name on YouTube. Like I know the difference. I'm not a complete moron. You know what I'm saying? So when I see women who may have been extremely promiscuous and they decide to find God, or if I've seen women who have, like, say for instance, Sierra or Latoya Luckett, or anyone who has decided to date a thug and then they turn around and decided, what, a good guy is what they wanted. I don't look at them and be like, oh, so now you want to do that? No, I look at them like, okay, good. You finally learned your lesson. It's men out here that haven't even picked up on that lesson yet, and they've decided to go through baby mama after baby mama after baby mama after baby mama, not marrying any of them, collecting women. So to me, anytime a person, whether they're male or female, regardless of their race, if they have decided that they want to actually level up or choose someone better than they chose before, why is that a bad thing? It's almost like you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't inside of the Black community. If anything, we should be applauding anybody who has decided that after being quote unquote ran through, they decided to use God to help them improve their lives. Shit, it ain't even got to be God that you got to use to help improve your life. Whatever it is that you've chosen to help you improve your life, knock that shit out. If you used to be a drug dealer, or you used to be on drugs, maybe you were smoking crack or smoking weed. I know I used to smoke weed. That used to be my drug. I never had any drug outside of weed, right? But I still consider myself a former drug addict. And the reason why I consider myself that is because I used to couldn't do nothing unless I had a blunt. I used to wake up in the morning and roll me a blunt. I couldn't even go to work unless I was high. I couldn't do anything unless I was high. So to me, that's a drug addict. Now I was only smoking weed, but at the same time, it's like, yo, if I got to be high to even function on a day-to-day basis, I'm a little, addicted to a drug. I'm dependent on this drug. So when I say I was a drug addict at some point, I just had weed, and people smoke weed so easy nowadays. I don't, like it's nothing. Weed is legal here in California. People eat edibles here. Like you could probably, there's like an edible restaurant here. You could probably go in and just get you some weed edibles. Like it's different nowadays. But back then, I used to just roll me a little blunt, But I decided that like rolling a blunt or smoking weed was something that I no longer wanted to do. I stopped doing it many years ago. I think I stopped smoking weed. When did I stop smoking weed? I think I stopped smoking weed 9 years ago. I think 9 years ago. I want to say it's been a while. It's been a while since I smoked. Um, I haven't drank really. Oh my God. I used to like when I was a priest, like at the end of the week, I would sit down and I would have a drink. Anytime we would go out to eat, I would have a drink. But there was a time where I used to be a damn drunk. I used to drink all of the time. Not necessarily have a drink for breakfast. It wasn't that bad. But if I was going out and I was hanging out with some people, or if I was like going to a party or something, I was messed up. It took me a while to realize that Hennessy was not for me. Like dark liquor, I can't drink that. If I drink that, it's a wrap. It's over. Like it's done. Like stick a fork in it. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here doing all kinds of crazy stuff. You're going to have to put a straight jacket on me to get me to calm down. So I had to stop drinking hard liquor and I went straight for wine and that's it. Now, the interesting part about that is my mother, my stepfather, my primary family, they didn't drink like that. They didn't, like, I don't, like my primary family, there's no drunks there. So it was no one to give me the example of drinking. I started drinking to, like ease pain. Now, mind you, I did say I had some people in my family who were on drugs and alcohol, but they didn't influence me enough to pick up on their like poor behavior. I just happened to start drinking because I was like numbing away like pain I was feeling. So it wasn't until like last year, I remember right before I got pregnant, I was sitting down having a drink with priest's stepfather and, well, priest's mother's husband. I don't want to call him stepfather because I don't know. I just want to call him priest's wife's mother. I mean, it's priest's mother's husband and priest's brother. And we were sitting down having a drink in the middle of the day. And they used to drink all of the time. Like priest's brother and his mother's husband drink all the time. So I sat down and had a drink with them. And priest came home from work and saw me drinking them and was pissed. You hear me? Like he was so mad at me. Like it took me 2 weeks to get him to stop being mad at me for drinking. And he told me he never wanted me to drinking again. And I stopped drinking, right? And then right after that, I got pregnant. And I remember when I said to him, I'm pregnant. He said, aren't you glad I told you to stop drinking? I said, wow, I'm glad you brought that to my attention. Like, seriously, thank you. Like, but anyway, so ever since then, ever since Priest was mad at me for drinking, I have literally like been light on the drinking. I have had one drink. Like the other day on Instagram, I posted a picture of me out at Olive Garden, and I had like this one like frozen drink. And then the other day, so it's twice, yeah. Because that one time I had like a glass of wine, and ever since then, I said to my mother after I had that second glass of wine, not second glass of wine, but that second drink, because I had a frozen drink at Olive Garden with Michael. Those of you who've been on my follow me on Instagram, you've seen that picture of me and Michael. We were at Olive Garden. Like Olive Garden is my favorite place. So anyway, Michael is Justice's godfather, not not like my boyfriend or anything. He's just his godfather. And so that maybe like 2 weeks after that, I had a glass of wine. And after I had that glass of wine, I said, Mom, I don't want to drink again. Like the desire to drink is gone. Like completely. Like it just is not there. Like I don't have the urge to want it. I don't have the urge to nothing. Cause I used to be like stressed to a point. Like when I would get stressed, I would want to drink. Now I don't even want it. It's almost disgusting to me. It almost turns my stomach. And I said, well, why am I like this with liquor? Like what's going on? So anyway, I haven't had a drink. And I just see life a little clearer than I did when I had my first click. Now the reason why, now remember, I was just talking about clicks a minute ago. My mother said I went through my second click, and usually women go through their second click in their late 30s, early 40s, and I'm 38. Okay, so she said usually you go through this click where you're like fuck it again, to where you change everything again in life, and you just be like fuck it. So I think me deciding not to drink and the way that I've been lately has been very different from the way that I was before I got pregnant. Like I was in my live chat talking to some girls the other day, and she was telling me that she didn't like the person that I was when I was pregnant, but now she likes who I am. And I said, well, you didn't get a chance to see who I was before I got pregnant because I was really, a cool person. Just I have a decent personality. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I am. And when I was pregnant, I was so hurt, sick, betrayed. I was just in such a bad place. And it takes a lot to be in a bad place and still to be interacting with people. Like you could tell the frustration and the sadness and what I was going through because how I was responding to people. Now, don't get it twisted. I do not regret how I was responding to people at that time because more people needed to be a little bit more sensitive to what I was experiencing because I'm way too sensitive and understanding and non-judgmental in regards to the people who view me every day. So I feel like my audience, you guys should have been more sensitive about my situation than anybody because I would sit on YouTube every day and sit here and not be judgmental to you guys when you would come into my comment section. So for me to suddenly be going through something and to see so many people being so negative about it, of course, I was in complete bitch mode. It wasn't just about me being pregnant and my hormones were going crazy. I really was like, fuck you and you and you and you and fuck you too and fuck you. Like, I didn't care. Like anyone could get it because so many people were so insensitive about the situation. And it was just like, what the hell? So now, now people see my personality. They see that I'm different. What they're seeing is the click. Like people on Facebook, like, yo, ever since you had your son, you are so different. Like my mother's like, you are so different. You're like more confident, you're more mature, you're more fun, you're just a better woman. Like she's like, I don't know what happened. Like, and she's just saying, I think you went through the click. And that's what everyone is saying, basically, that I'm better since I've had my son. My personality has been a lot better. But because it came to a point where I just realized like the opinions of other people, I get to decide how I respond to that shit. And I get to decide how I respond to everything that's happening to me. I don't have to run on autopilot to where I always have to get angry every time somebody says something or whatever. Of course I might have a response or some type of rebuttal, but I'm not going to be like super duper like angry because the anger towards other people, I have channeled that shit and I'm just completely pissed at priests. Like any type of anger that I had that I was spewing out at everyone during my pregnancy, I have channeled that shit to just be in one ball and direct it totally at priests. So now that I'm at a better place in regards to how I'm thinking, in regards to meditation, in regards to God, in regards to everything, I'm just a lot clearer and I'm in a better place. And definitely California has done me some damn justice. I'm no longer in that environment. You can change your environment. You can improve. Like I was living in Atlanta for 17 years, right? Before that, inside of those 17 years, I lived in Charlotte. Okay. Before that, I was living in Washington, D.C. All right. Now, the 17 years that I lived in Atlanta, I was miserable because I hated Atlanta. I hated everything about Atlanta. majority of the stuff I just could not stand. I didn't like the energy of that place. I just didn't like it. And the funny thing about it, it's a beautiful looking place, but the energy of the people inside of the Black community there, I didn't like it. I never liked it. I never liked how women treated men. I never liked how men treated women. I just didn't like the Black community there. So there was like this negative like cloud everywhere I went. I didn't like the way people handled business there in regards to entertainment or whatever it was that I was doing that was I was trying to make some money. If it was outside of corporate America, I never liked the way that I was treated during that time. So I decided that I was going to move, and I didn't know where I wanted to move. I thought maybe I wanted to move to Florida, Jacksonville, because I love Jacksonville. Like Jacksonville is, and it's not the people. I just love the beach there. So anytime I will go to the beach, I will go to Jacksonville because I loved it. So I was considering moving to Jacksonville. But then my mother moved to California, and I have family in California, and then my mother moved here. And so I decided that this is where I wanted to be, and the environment is completely different. Now, that's an example of a person going from one place and leveling up to moving to another place. So they are different. I am different than the way that I was when I was in Atlanta because I level up. I level up. My situation is completely different now. The way that it used to be was so much worse for me, and it was detrimental for my energy, for my mind, for my spirit, for my emotions, everything. So because I decided to move from Atlanta to California, does that mean that you should chastise me for making such a brave leap and improving my life? No, you should praise that. We should praise each other improving. So if a woman is going around and she's sleeping with a whole bunch of men, or if a man is going around and he's made all of these mistakes with women or money or whatever the case is, if he decides to improve his credit score, because like me, I'm trying to get to 850. I'm at like a 600. So I'm trying to get it to an 850. So any man who's trying to get to an 850 or whatever, he should be praised for making an improvement. Yo, speaking of money and men and credit scores and shit, listen to this. So earlier, somebody put a comment inside of my comment section talking about Priest had me in sleeping in the back of a truck. Let me just say this one more time so people can get it, because I don't think people get it. Listen, Priest didn't have me sleeping in no truck. I slept in a truck with my man by choice. It was a choice. He didn't have me in the truck. Like people are like, listen, if a man had you sleeping in the truck, he was a bad person. He was this and he was that. No, stop trying to act like you ain't never been in a situation where you might be trying to find a place to live. You might be having a bad moment financially. You might need some bread. Some people ain't even got no food to eat this weekend. Some people want to go, take their kids somewhere and they ain't got no money for that. Some people need new shoes for their kids, ain't got the money for that. Like sometimes people go through things. And when people try to make it seem like they're not human beings and they know nothing about what it means to have struggled for 2 minutes, I example. I remember when Successful Ladies Live, Leah. Remember she went to her channel and said she was looking for donations, right? She gets into the comment section and the people are telling her she's a beggar. She's begging, she's begging, she's begging. Right? And I'm like, why is it such a bad thing to ask people to help you improve your life if you are going through something horrible? Like, why is it so bad inside of the Black community for someone to ask for help or for us to ask each other for help, regardless of whether it's financial, spiritual, emotional, educational, mental, whatever it is? Why is it such a bad idea for a person who is going through something to reach out and ask for help? Why are people chastised for that? I don't understand the concept of that. I don't get that. If someone is asking you to help them improve, regardless to how they're helping you, that's not a bad thing. And why does it always have to be classified as something negative every time someone tries to improve their life? I don't get that. I don't understand that. Speaking of improving your life, back to my products. So listen, make sure y'all go to y'allora.com and get a tea. Fellas, ladies, if you don't want to put nothing in the super chat and you don't want to donate, since we're talking about donations, if you want something in return, you need to go to y'allora.com and pick out a shirt. I got more than enough shirts here. If you have any ideas on what you want on a shirt, you let me know. I will make a shirt for you. You hear me? I will make a short shirt for you. Like people be like, "Can you design a shirt for me, Soncerae? Can you?" I be like, "Girl, yeah." You know the fellas too. I do that for you too. I won't put it on my site, man, unless you want me to. Unless you want me to, you know. But for the most part, my designs are basic. I keep it very basic. I don't be all extra. I try to keep it as basic. Like my aunt loves this shirt right here. That's why it says Africa Demetris. Because on the other side of this shirt, she wanted it custom. She wanted it custom. So on the back is her name. I made this for my aunt. She wanted it. She likes like tribal stuff. So I did that for her. And she rocks that. You know, she showed people that shirt at her job, and everybody wanted a tribal shirt with their name on the back. So they start ordering tees. Amazing, right? So anyway, that's if you want a donation. So I mean, that's if you want to give me a donation. You can buy a shirt, you can put something in the super chat, or you can send me a donation via PayPal to welovesonserae@gmail.com, or you can send it via Cash App, hashtag revenue digital. Now let me go into my chat because I haven't been in my chat yet. Let me go into my chat because y'all could be up in there. Y'all always talking shit. You know, y'all always talking shit up in there. So let me just go up in there. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Uh, it's taking a hold on. It's taking me a second. I got to get over there. I got to get over there. Live streaming can be a trip. I don't know if I. Oh yeah, so Successful Ladies Live is leaving supposedly. I don't know if she actually does it. She's supposed to be leaving a YouTube and going to like Facebook platform and um Patreon. I hate Patreon. Oh my god, I don't know how many times I got to say I can't stand Patreon. Okay, I'm in my chat. It's unfortunate that she's leaving, but if it's a better choice, I could see how she would want that because oh my god, like YouTube is so, you know. Uh, cool yo. If I need help, I don't care who I ask for assistance. I know, right? That's me. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn either. Like if I need help, I'm gonna ask. Fuck the bullshit. People be letting their pride get in the way. Like, listen, I ain't got pride right now. I ain't got pride. You know what I'm saying? Like here's my thing. I ain't got pride is not gonna stop me from asking for help. Like if I need help, fuck that. I'm gonna ask for some damn help. Forget it. It's just I'm just gonna do it. ATL was created for agenda. I agree. It's cliquish and full of voodoo. It's Crystal Mariah. Yeah, I'm not even gonna get started. Don't get me started on the ATL. Don't even get me started on that place. Oh my God. Like that place is a freaking trip. Anyway, so I oh Napa Valley. Cool yo. You live in Napa Valley. Listen, Napa Valley, any valley here in Atlanta scares me. And let me tell you why. Because stuff be catching on fire in this place. Like this place ain't no joke. Shit just catch on fire here. Like you should be scared. Shit catch on fire. I don't want to live in no valley here. You know what I'm saying? Atlanta is an amazing place, especially when your roots are here and you have success here. Yeah, right. Listen, I just didn't like Atlanta because I had success there. I don't want people to think I didn't have success. You wouldn't know who Soncerae is right now if I didn't have some level of success. There's people that have had YouTube channels for 300 years and they can't even get like damn 5,000 subscribers. Here I am with 38. No, 35. No, I don't know how many subscribers I got. Don't shoot me. But it took a while to get people to even watch me that aren't subscribed to me. And part of the reason why people watch me on YouTube is because of my success in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So Atlanta's like, I don't know, I just didn't I don't like the facade that people put on. They try to pretend like they all that and all this and all that. No, I ain't got time. I ain't got time for the stuff that I be saying. And the men there, they done lost their goddamn man. I think it's because there's so many fast women there. Now I just said, it's women out there that's fast. They don't necessarily want relationships. They want casual sex. They want to do whatever. No disrespect to them, but that's what they be wanting. That's them. But hopefully they'll decide to change their mind, so they won't get in any type of strange situation. Like, oh, I know what I wanted to talk about too. I know what I wanted to talk about before I get off. How long I've been on here? Have I been on here for a long time? How long I've been on here? I don't even know how long I've been. How long I've been on YouTube? Somebody tell me how long I've been on here. Because I don't know how long I've been on here. Have I been on here for like an hour? I know somebody that used to love Valdosta Crystal. Um, please, cool yo buy shirts. Please buy shirts. It's amazing how different people bring different things to themselves in the same city. Shit. Listen, have you watched my Atlanta videos? Looks like majority of the people that went to Atlanta can't stand it. Like, oh my God. Like every time I talk about Atlanta, I get hundreds and thousands of views on that channel. I mean, on that video. And people agree with me. They hate ATL. Like, ATL looks good from a distance. But when you stand up close to that shit, oh my God. Like if you were born and raised there, of course you're not gonna understand how everything else looks from the outside unless you've traveled a lot. If you were born in Atlanta and you go out and you travel all over the place, you will see how demented Atlanta is. You know, you will see. But if you've been living in Atlanta and you haven't left that place, you have no idea how much better everything is around you. You know, you have no idea. I love Atlanta to a certain degree. Like fuck the bullshit. But anyway, so I wanted to talk about this specifically. Being a side chick. Let me talk about this before. Like since nobody can tell me how long I've been on here, I'm just gonna talk about it for a second and then I'm gonna get off. So everybody knows that I was a side chick 10 years ago, right? I was a side chick to a guy. And he had a wife who was a flight attendant. I was his side chick before they got married. I was dating him, like going out, hanging out. We were having sex. Our relationship was based solely off sex and solely off friendship, right? And that's just a choice I made for my life at that time because my ass had been like the docile, submissive, like, chick that was getting beat, chick that was getting cheated on. I had been engaged 3 times. I had been lied to. All types of negative stuff had happened to me. So I wanted to see what it was like to be like on the side, but I wanted to be on the side and know I was that way. I didn't want to be some dude side chick and just find out that I've been his side chick the whole time and I didn't know. So my biggest thing was, let me find a man who could be like super honest with me. Now, of course, in Atlanta, it's easy for you to find a married man that will cheat on his wife. I mean, I think that's easy to find anywhere. But anyway, so I found someone who was really cool and he was married, but his wife was always gone and he was always spending time with me and we had this amazing friendship. Okay. So anyway, I initiated like this situation with him to where we were sleeping together. Now, there's a reason why I don't regret this portion of my life. But the problem with me doing that is that people hear the story of me doing that and think I would do that. I just go around and steal people's husbands. Like, even with this situation with Priest, right? People think I just randomly stole someone's husband and he was like married. No. Like, what? Like, no, right? Anyway, like I was never pre-side chick. Let's get that out of the way. I was never pre-side chick and I never will be. Okay. So with this idiot that I was with 10 years ago who can't seem to let go of the situation, my biggest problem with this person is that he talks too much. Because I think more people, like people knew about our situation before I publicly spoke about our situation. He was going around in Atlanta talking to everybody about our situation. And that's one thing about the men in Atlanta as well. They talk too fucking much. They gossip like fucking girls. They talk like, oh my God, they talk too much. Like all the time. They're worse than women. And so he had been going around Atlanta just talking about me so negatively. And people was going around and they were telling me that he was calling me a hoe. Now, here's my thing. He was my hoe, Remember, he was my hoe because I initiated everything. I picked him. I chose him. It was my idea. I wasn't coerced into anything. I just found basically a sucker. You know what I'm saying? Someone who really was going through whatever he was going through. And so I played off of that. I said, well, I'm going through something. He going through something. So me and him can, do whatever. Now, Anthony, back then, it wasn't a side chick society. When I did this 10 years ago, it wasn't a side chick society. Okay. And you're right, Brooklyn's mom. You can't steal a grown man. Like, you can't steal him. If he willingly comes with you, you technically haven't stolen him. Like, he's willingly coming your way. You haven't stolen anybody's man or husband. Honey, if you feel like somebody stole your man, he wasn't your man to begin with, okay? Just keep that in mind. So anyway, My biggest problem with doing the whole side chick thing is that the men that you are getting involved with have a horrible character anyway. Because number one, they're cheating on their wives and they're probably lying. So the biggest problem that I had being a side chick wasn't the fact that I was one. It was the fact that the guy that I was with talked too much and couldn't be trusted because he dug his own grave. You see what I'm saying? Like he spoke about his own situation, running his mouth to other people about what we were doing. And still to this day, his mouth has diarrhea, has word diarrhea coming out of it. And he just cannot stop talking about our situation. And so that's the biggest thing that I regret about being a side chick to a man, because when you do something with somebody and you want it to stay a secret, you want it to be something that only you two share. You don't want the world to know. You don't want, and I'm not here to hurt any woman. You know what I mean? I'm not here to, like, I didn't know his wife or anything, so I couldn't hurt her. I didn't know her. I left it up to him to show me whether he had a certain level of respect for his relationship. Now he's divorced from this woman now and remarried to someone else. Okay. But back then he was married to a woman he should have never got married to. And when we were friends before he married her, I said to him, I said, you sure you want to get married to this woman? Because you already cheating on her. You're in a relationship with her. Every time she leaves town, you're with me. You're always with me. You're always on the phone with me. Why or what are you doing? I don't think you should marry this woman. And I said that to him then. And I guess he was thinking I was saying it to him because he must have thought like arrogance made him think I wanted him. But no, it was like, yo, are you making the right decision? Because you should be with a woman that you don't want to cheat on. Like, if you are with a woman that you actually want to cheat on, maybe you shouldn't be married to her. Maybe there's something missing inside of the relationship because you want to do this. You actually enjoy spending time with me more than you like spending time with her. So maybe she shouldn't be your wife. So anyway, he ended up divorcing her anyway, and he's married to someone else. But the problem now is, even 10 years later, he's still running his fucking mouth. That's the problem. The gossip and shit. Like, usually men have a problem with women because women will go around and they'll whisper to their girlfriends and say, girl, I'm sleeping with this married man and he's giving me all of these money and we're going such and such place. I'm not that woman. I'm not that woman. If I'm doing something with a man, 9 times out of 10, I'm not saying anything until this fool starts opening his mouth. And the one thing about this man that I decided to be his side chick, he won't admit to the world that he is the reason why I speak so publicly about our situation. Had he kept his lips closed, I would have never spoke about this situation. And it's the same thing with Priest. Like, all I said to the world was, hey, me and Priest are we're not going to be together. We're having a baby. We're broken up. All of that other stuff that came with it that everybody knows about now, he started talking about this shit first. So then I was like, oh, okay. Oh, you want to talk? You want to start spewing some shit and lying at the same time? I got you, boo. Because see, here's me. I don't mind telling the truth. I keep my secrets because I have 80% of my life that I don't share. And I have 20% of my life that I love to share with you guys. You know what I'm saying? But be a loudmouth. I will tell my secrets and yours just to piss you off because your mouth is too big. Me, I'm the type of person I'm keeping quiet majority of the time. But you want to gossip? Okay, let's gossip. Let's gossip. Let's gossip to a point where I'm going to tell everybody on a social media platform. That way, the truth about everything is out there. So people can get to decide what they want to assume happened, or maybe they can take what they want from the story. Now this married man that I was a side chick to 10 years ago, he had many years of just talking about me in Atlanta, and I kept looking at people like, I don't know what you're talking about, Chris who? They would be like, he said such and such and such and such. I'd be like, who? I don't know who you talk about. I don't know. I never met this guy before in your life. I don't know who you're saying. And at first I didn't know, I couldn't understand why these people knew about our situation. I thought maybe because they saw us out somewhere or something like that. No, it was him. He was going around telling people. Just mouth just wide. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. So one day I just finally, got to a point where I was like, you know what? I'm sick of this dude. So now he's been speaking about it. So now I'm gonna speak about it. So just so everybody know, anytime you hear me speak about some stuff, like some stuff that you're like, I can't believe she told this, especially when it has something to do with a relationship or when I was with another man, please understand that the reason why I'm even telling you so much to begin with is because there was a loudmouth man who decided to put a bullhorn to his mouth and start speaking about some shit. And I just decided to tell the rest of the damn truth. That's it. That's all. That's it. So anyway, that's the only thing I regret about being a side chick at the time because I wanted to be a side chick. I put myself in that situation. And the only thing I regret is the fact that he talked too damn much. It isn't that I did it. I don't regret it. I don't feel like I hurt anyone because I was always honest in the situation. I was always trying to make sure that he had his space to do whatever he wanted to do. I was never judgmental. I had his wife's phone number. I knew where she lived. I could have busted out his whole thing, and I just did not do that because that wasn't my place to, you know. I did not want to be like promoted to wifey. I was completely fine with being where I was, you know. Thanks, Mark. What did Jesse Lopez say? Was that that Jesus baby killer? I don't know what that was about. What was it? Why was he putting something about the Jesus baby killer? Like, what is that? I saw that. I saw that. Um, okay, Crystal. You said I'm not perfect. Nobody can judge me, but I'm excited to live and die single. I know, right? Let me tell you something about being single. I will be single for the rest of my life because what I noticed is the second I try to take these men serious in regards to marriage, shit, even if I get them to try to be my business partner and just my man or some shit like that, it's always some bullshit that come with it. You can't sit up here and tell me that it's only the man that I'm picking when so many women are experiencing the same thing that I'm experiencing. That's why I tell the stories. So you guys can see the women inside of my comment section saying, you know what, this happened to me too, blah, blah, blah. Me too, me too, me too, me too, me too. So you can see like it's all happening to a lot of women, what we're experiencing with men. I am sickly just fed up with it. I'm tired. I'm tired. The stuff that comes with the relationship, I just don't have time. Girl, I don't know what a Jesus baby killer is, Marie. I don't know what he was talking about. I don't know. I don't know. You know. Marie, you also said the trick is not seeking validation from men so you begin to love yourself more. Exactly. I've always been in a position, as of lately, especially, to where I don't need the validation of others to feel confident in myself. So it's kind of easier to tell you guys the truth about things that I used to do and what I'm doing right now. Hey, Justice, why do you keep falling down there, baby? Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Ugh, my son is a riot. He keeps falling over and stuff. Here, sit right here. So yeah, Miss Berry, I don't want to be wifey, wife, girlfriend, none of that. I don't want to be none of that. I'm chilling. Like I'm chilling. Like here's the thing. To have been in the situation I was in with Priest, to where I was with a man who was lying, saying he loves me when he didn't, that is a devastation on a level that I can't describe. Out of all of the situations I've been in with men, I just said I was that docile, submissive one that was getting beat and stuff like that. I did that. Even though I was getting physically beat the way that I was, that pain pales in comparison to the pain I felt when I found out Priest was lying to me about how he felt. I'm sorry, men cannot be trusted. I do not trust them. Stories that I hear from women about the stuff that men have done to them inside of these relationships, men are very, very sneaky. Men tell me men are sneaky. Like men won't admit this publicly, but they will listen. I've had one-on-ones with men just having private conversations, and they flat out will tell you men ain't shit in regards to how they treat women. Men be tripping. Oh shit. J Colette. I don't know what you said, but Mark Dunner timed your ass out. You must have said some shit. Let me tell you something. he has always pushed the envelope with the stuff that he has been saying in my comment section. But I don't know. He must have went too far for Mark to have blocked him. What did you say? God, y'all gotta be careful. I actually liked him. I liked him, Mark. What did he say? You dummy, Jay. Why did you do that? Now you're fucked in the game. Now you can't talk in my chats anymore. You sucker. What did you say? Are you right, Miss Barry? Docile and submissive shouldn't equal abuse. You are so right, but that's what these men was doing. But yeah, so men are predatorial. Men want you to be a certain way. I can't do it. I can't do I listen, I'm at wit's end with that. I want nothing else to do with it. And I definitely don't want my son to see me distraught and hurt over a man. And honestly, I don't trust my own damn judgments in regards to men. So I don't even want to make the mistake of choosing the wrong man. And then my son grows up seeing me in this like horrible marriage. And then he goes off and has a horrible marriage. No. Big the realist, you saying that now, but you're gonna get tired of being lonely. Nigga, please. Let me tell you something. If I ever sit somewhere and be like, I'm tired of being lonely, 5 minutes into remembering the last time I was in a relationship and remembering all of the things that I've been through with these men, I will definitely get over it. Because if I had to weigh my pros and cons in regards to being with a man versus not being with a man and how much more happier I am when I'm single, oh my God, you guys don't understand. I am so much happier when I'm single. I was single 10 years before I got reprise. I was in a polyamorous relationship. In that 10 years, I was in a polyamorous relationship for 4 years. I'm telling you straight up, I am happier single than I am in a relationship because the stuff that men bring to relationships is not worth the headache. It isn't worth it, period. It isn't worth it. Like if I got to go through all of the stuff that I'm going through just to put on like this fake facade to pretend like I'm in this happy dappy marriage. I got a ring on my finger. I got a picket fence. I got the dog and the kids or whatever. I got to put on this fake facade for society to pretend like my husband is like 100 and shit. When I know behind closed doors he's cheating, he's lying, he's not providing how he's supposed to, or maybe he is providing like he's supposed to, and maybe he is, taking care of himself. Maybe he's healthy, but then he's turning around and he's sleeping with other women behind my back. Go listen to all of these married women tell you their stories. There's not one married woman on this planet that can tell you they have never been cheated on, lied to, or hurt by their husband. They have been one of those three or even all three. Relationships are painful experiences, Boop, boop, boop. I'm disgusted at some of these wives and their superior complex. Yes, I'm disgusted with it too. Because my thing is, they think that being a wife puts them in a better position. I keep trying to tell women who want this position, just because you're married doesn't mean you're saved. You can still end up in a marriage with an asshole who will cheat on you and lie to you. Like even with my situation with me, Priest, and Sonia, you sit here and you see Sonia going through whatever she's going through. Her husband of 15 years had a baby with another woman. They don't even have any kids together. Imagine what she's feeling right now. Imagine that. Think about that. He was supposedly had left this marriage, ended up was with me, what, 2 minutes? And we ended up having a baby. With her for 15 years, they don't even have any kids together. That's his wife. Imagine how she's feeling. He left her. You understand? He left her and was with me. Imagine how that made her feel. Because see, here's my thing. I didn't realize that them two were supposedly getting back together or doing whatever it is that he was doing until after, like the aftermath of all of this shit, I'm starting to realize what happened. I was in a fucked up situation as just the dude's girlfriend when he was supposedly separated. Imagine what his wife has had to gone through. Come on, man. It's too much. Too much. Strong-willed women have attitudes. Submissive women get abused. Victoria, I agree. Because let me tell you something. When I was all nice and cooking dinner, every time I'm nice to a man, every time I'm cooking dinner, like I was good to Priest. I used to bathe him. I used to wash and braid his hair. I used to cook him dinner. I used to clean, wash his clothes. I used to do everything. I've clipped this man's toes, rubbed his back, rubbed his feet. Where did that get me? Come on, man. You mean to tell me I've done all this for you as a man and you're still unhappy? This shit is not me. It's you. And then you tell the world it's me? Come on, man. I was faithful. I didn't lie. Okay, I was there for you. We had fun majority of the time. I catered to you. I did everything I was supposed to do. The problem is you, but you want to tell the world that it's me. You see what I'm saying? It's not worth all that. It's not worth it. All of the relationships I've been in, I'm telling you, it's just not worth it. It's not worth the headache. And people be like, oh, it's a good man out there. Okay, well, he'll be with me without being married. He'll be with me without pressuring me. He'll be with me without, if I can even trust him 2 minutes to not gossip about me. It's men that do that. Like, that's the one thing that I can't stand. If you with me, why does a person feel comfortable with coming to you gossiping about me? There's something wrong with that. If I'm in a relationship with you and you come to me and tell me what you heard, you need to be also explaining to me, why does someone feel comfortable with coming to you gossiping about me? Because the one thing you should do is tell them, whoa, 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 whoa. That's my woman that you're talking about. And you are not about to get away with coming to me gossiping about her. That's how you're supposed to be inside of relationships. But men are gossiping about me. And it could be because I'm a public figure, because I'm on YouTube, because I'm a TV personality, because I was a model. They press to talk about me and compare notes and shit, especially if they used to date me. Men don't want to sit down and compare notes. Like, I don't care who I'm dating. Let me tell you something. I could be dating Justin Bieber. I could be dating I don't know. I could be dating anybody. I could be dating Drake right now. Somebody come to me talking about Drake, I'm gonna look at them like they're crazy. Don't come to me talking about my man. Okay. And that's how it was when I first started dating Priest. People was coming to me telling me to leave Priest alone, not knowing him. They didn't know who he was. We just went on like one day. I just posted our first video. People was like, don't date him. He this, he whack, he this, he that. I didn't listen to anybody. I wasn't hearing that. Nobody was hearing. Okay, Eric, true men are builders. I believe that the guys that gossip and hurt and tear down and destroy aren't men. A true man protects and secures. This generation of guys are more selfish than selfless. Okay, I agree with you, Eric. Now let me just say this. Okay? The men of our generation, right? Their fathers and mothers drop the damn ball. And I'm not going to be the one to drop the damn ball for my son and my daughter. Now, the world will be different when my son and my daughter get old. Like, my daughter's 18. My son is 3 months. He'll be 4 months next month on the 5th. He'll be 4 months old. By the time he starts dating and starts considering himself to be a husband or a boyfriend, the world will probably be very different. But I will still teach him how to have a good character and how to be good towards women. And I'm scared that by me teaching him these things, the way that the women will be during that time, they will hurt him. I'm afraid of that. I'm almost afraid to teach him how to be a nice guy. I also want to teach him how to be able to find a nice girl. And that is very, very difficult. It is very, very difficult to find a good man and a good woman. It is very, very hard. It is not easy. It is not easy. And it may look like it's been easy to certain people, but it's not. It's not. Crystal, when you're talking about her karma, she ain't perfect. You're talking about Sonia. Yeah, she the situation that we're in, she's not innocent. She's not perfect. And it definitely is her karma. I can definitely agree on that. Like, she did something, Now, people say this is my karma where I'm sitting here taking care of a baby alone. But what you guys don't understand is that I wanted a baby. Like, I may not have Priest, but I wanted a baby more than I wanted Priest. I wanted a family, of course. I wanted a husband and a baby. But if I had to choose between either or, I would have chosen my son every time. If I had to choose between Justice and Priest, I would have chosen Justice every single time with no equivocations. Believe it. Because I wanted a baby. I wanted a baby by a decent guy, though. I'm mad I didn't have a baby by somebody that loved me. But shit, my karma is beautiful over here. Because I can do without a man. I could survive without a man. But I love the fact that I have a baby. I love the fact my son is sitting on my lap right now. Marie, be careful what you wish for. With dating, you can leave. With marriage, more is at stake and more of an investment. That's very true, Marie. Relationship is hard work. People just don't truly care about how they do people. They don't. I'm starting to see that. And it's people. It's not just men and women. It's people. Women are doing this too. They're not caring too. So they're creating men to be bad and negative and ugly towards women. So they're creating men who like I said, I was created the way that I am. I turned into this person because I used to be docile and submissive. I was turned into this person because I had to learn a lesson. I had to change or I was going to continue to be abused and hurt. It's the same thing with men. When men are going around and they're being nice and kind and gentlemen and shit, and then they run into these women who are like unappreciative and don't care how they treat them, these men turn into assholes. When I stood up to my ex, I all of a sudden had bad behavior. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That's what Priest used to say about Sonia. He said their relationship, their marriage was fine until he started defending himself. Because before that, he used to be extremely passive and he would let the marriage go her way. He would do whatever it is that she wanted him to do. This is what he said to me. And he said they started having problems in their marriage when he started speaking up for himself. So I always told him, inside of our relationship, you say what you mean. You mean what you say. You tell me the truth. And if you need your freedom, you say that. I never want to feel like I'm in a position to where I'm taking your freedom for you, or you feel like I'm controlling you. If you ever feel like that, tell me that, because that's not the type of relationship I want to have with you. I want you to be with me because you want to be. I don't want you to be with me because you feel like I'm pressuring you to be here. So when I decided to leave the relationship and move clear across to the other side of the United States, as much as it hurt, I knew he wanted to leave for whatever reasons. And I don't think it was to get back with her. I think he simply just didn't want to be in a relationship with anyone, not just me. So he was just telling me, I want to get back with Sonia so I can leave him. He was saying, I want to sleep with other women, because that was definitely the truth. But he wanted me to know that so I would leave him. He didn't want the guilt of him leaving me. And that's what an empath prophetess told me today. I had a reading today earlier from a prophetess. Now, here's the interesting part about this prophetess. She was talking to me about priest. And this prophetess, without me saying anything, spoke about certain things that no one would know, that I've never spoken about on YouTube. And some stuff she did speak about that I've said on YouTube. But she was telling me so many different things. Let me tell you her theory. This is what she said to me. She's a prophetess and an empath. She said to me, she could tell this is what she was seeing. Like, she said that, first of all, let me just explain to you how a reading goes when you're talking to a prophetess or an empath or a psychic or something like that. Usually they'll ask you questions for verification. So she would ask me a question, right, to see, is what she picking up on? Is she picking up on the right thing for the right person? So she was asking me questions about my past that I never said online. She was asking me specific details about stuff that only I would know. So she was asking me stuff, and I had to verify whether it was accurate enough so she could tell me the next thing that she was going to tell me. So she was talking to me about priest, and she spoke some details about priest and I that I hadn't told anybody. Okay, that only I would know. And so she said to me, I'm going to tell you the truth, and I don't want you to get upset with me. She told me, and I don't know if this is true, but I'm going to put this story out there because I think a lot of people might think this. She told me that when Priest saw me online, when we met on the dating app, Priest started doing his homework about me from the beginning, and he knew who I was from the very beginning. He just pretended like he didn't. She says she has a feeling something's telling her that he went and did his homework about me first. And he actually was talking to people that had been spreading rumors about me before we even started dating. Now, I said to her, I know he did this after we started dating, because after we started dating, he started talking to me about some rumors that he had heard about me on YouTube from these two assholes who was doing too much motherfucking gossiping. And one of the assholes was the married man that I was just telling you about, that I was his side chick. So I knew that Priest had eventually talked to someone who had spread, some vicious rumors, some lies about me. I knew he had spoke to someone about me towards the end of our relationship, because our arguments, he would bring these people up inside of our arguments at the end of our relationship. But she said he knew who I was from the beginning, and it was a game from the beginning, because he thought I had money. He thought that I was going to take care of him financially, so he was looking for someone to carry him. This is what she said to me. And I was like, that sounds about right. You know what I'm saying? To a whole bunch of people, because that's not the first time I heard that story. Okay. That's not the first time I heard that story. Now, she had some stuff wrong. She did have some stuff wrong that she asked me. So, just like any other psychic reading, or if you dealt with a prophetess or any type of empath, sometimes they have stuff right and sometimes they have stuff wrong. But that's what she said. I just want to tell you guys that, because that was just like interesting. Anyway, hold on. Oh wait. Do you think women should change her looks for a man? No. No, all about me. I don't think a woman should change her looks for a man. I think you need to be comfortable in your skin. And if he doesn't like the way that you are in your own skin, that you need to go find you a man who is. And if you never find you a man that's comfortable with who you are as an individual, that's okay. You will live life and you will be fine. There's nothing wrong with the person being single. You don't need a relationship to survive. You need human interaction, but you don't really need like to be in love with somebody in order for you to survive and live a fulfilling life. And I think that, contrary to what people believe, like, society is teaching us that we need to be in these relationships and marriages in order to be happy in life. Marie, it's not easy for women to teach their sons manhood. Well, Miss Barry, the definition of manhood varies amongst men. Like no 10 men all have the same definition of what they believe manhood is. So what I'm going to have to do is to make sure he has positive male role models in his life to teach him what they believe manhood is. Because honestly, if I relied on Justice's father to teach him what manhood is, Justice would make the same mistake Priest just did. Like Priest seems like the type of guy that never takes responsibility for what he does wrong. He never does any type of self-reflection to say, you know what, I did this wrong, I need to improve. So if he would, improve himself, I would believe he would be a decent father. Like, I genuinely thought he was a good guy, but we all know now that was a facade. So what type of character flaw does he have that made him think pretending to be a good guy just to get with me was a good idea? Okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. I see y'all in here talking about Boomerang. Boomerang is one of my most favorite movies. I love that movie. I watch that movie over and over and over and over again. I will watch it. Um, some men need to take sexual relationship break in between. Yes, I think men don't do that. I think men jump into another relationship too quickly, trying to get over the last relationship that they was in. Crystal, I'm psychic like that. Justice was planned by the universe to bring out of you exactly what's going on. I recognize readings when I see one. Oh, thank you, Crystal. Listen, she said to me, I don't know if Crystal is still here, but let me tell you what the empath said about Justice. She told me that Priest was always the wrong guy for me. And from what she sees, I'm going to be all right. And I'm actually going to end up with a better guy. I told her, yeah, right. This is what she said. She said, I'm going to end up with a really, really good guy. This Priest wasn't the right one for me, but Justice needed something Priest had. And that's what I said, like in a live stream a couple of days ago, that the reason why Justice was Priest came into my life was because in order for Justice to be great, he needed some pieces of me and some pieces of Priest. And our interaction together, me and Priest interaction together, has nothing to do with us. It has more to do with whose Justice is destined to be. And I was like, ooh, okay, I agree. We can agree on that. Becky, I'm a reader, and before I became a reader, I was getting readings every month. Becky, how do you become a reader? Like, I thought that was like something you was born with. Eric Lee,
First rule, you have to learn how to love yourself and convey that love to others. Remember, hurt people always hurt people. That's very true. People need to heal in between breaks. Oh, yeah, I read that already. Crystal, he was in love, lust, obsessed. But I don't understand. Like, when people say he lusted after me, it's hard to believe that because our sex was so terrible. Like, it wasn't like the best sex in the world. So why would he want to use me for sex? He was having sex with other women that he actually loved having sex with. So what was it that he was getting out of me that he loved so much or that he liked so much that made him stay? I don't get it. Because it was other women that wanted to be with him and he refused to be with these women. He refused to be with them. And I think maybe because I was requiring more. Like I was coming to him like, listen, nigga, um, if you want us to do X, Y, and Z, we got to be together. I'm not playing this whole X, Y, and Z. You do what you want to do. You fuck me when you want to, and then you leave. No, if you want to be in, you all in. If you're not, you out. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was from jump. Like that's how I am. Like either you want this or you don't. There's no in between. It's either a fuck yes or fuck no. Like which like which one in it is it? There's no gray area. So I think for me that's how it was. And I don't know. Oh no, that last part I don't believe. That was some hating shit. He did research out of being in love. Well, here's my thing. I said doing research and listening to rumors is two different things. Like I can do research on a person and come to them and ask questions. Because I remember the first time he came to me about something that he had saw online, and it was about the fact that I couldn't have babies. He came to me like, yo, you can't have children. I was like, uh-oh, forgot to tell him this. Because I didn't tell him that initially when we first got together. I didn't tell him that. Like once we were talking about getting married and shit, before I told him I couldn't have children. He didn't know that. I just wasn't telling him because I was like, I don't want to come in this situation thinking negatively like that. I could possibly have them. So when he found out that I couldn't have them, I said to him, I said, listen, I'll get in marriage with you after we're married. After we try for a year or two and we still can't have any, I'll divorce you because I think you would be an awesome father. And I think you deserve to have children and you deserve an awesome wife. You've been in a marriage with someone for 15 years. You weren't happy. And I think you should just be in a better, marriage. Like, I think you just deserve better. Victoria, he holds himself accountable to no one, should not be trusted by anyone. That is an amazing quote, Victoria. Where did you get that shit? He who holds himself accountable to no one should not be trusted by anyone. That's amazing. That is amazing. Oh yeah, thank you, Mark, for blocking Invisible E. That is a troll that's been trolling forever. Like that's somebody's little fake account that's probably already blocked from another account that you don't block them from, Mark. I didn't get to read what they said. Damn. But yeah, Invisible E is a troll. M Lane, I think that I think she's not a troll. So I think Miss Lane, because I was talking to her the other day. Girl, Miss Lane, what did you say? Mark, give these people a second. Like time them out first. Don't block them. Just time them out. Oh, you are timing them out. Yeah, time them out first. Don't block them. If you timed out, you can come back in 300 seconds. Don't block them first. Just time them out. So they can be able to come back. Becky Robertson. Some people are naturally gifted with reading, but they take classes to properly take them to the next level. Okay, I'm glad you explained that to me. Whitfield, he said he enjoyed you and thought you were a good person. Who said that? Somebody in my chat? Shell, Whitfield, who said that? He said he enjoyed you and thought you were a good person. Who said that? Cool, yo, is somebody knocking on my door? Oh no, that's not okay. I thought somebody was knocking on my door. Let's see. Doing research means obtaining facts on a person you're researching. Yeah, like All About Me. Had he done like a decent background check or something like that, he would have realized that a lot of the rumors that he heard about me weren't really true. Like if he did a real like research, because see, people think Googling somebody or listening to some people talk about a person is research. That's not research. That's like you listening to gossip.
So if you want to do like a real background check, like honestly, if I wanted to get to know a man, I would want to know what his FICO score is. I would want to know how many places he's lived within the last decade or something like that. Those are the things that I would want to know. I would want to know. Definitely, it would tell me whether he's been married or divorced, but I wouldn't want to know from his other women what type of person he was, because people evoke certain things out of certain people. So just because one person was mean to one person doesn't mean they will be mean to the next person. People are all different. Cool yo yo, you wasn't like the other women he dated. You were wise, alpha female. That's why he was attracted to you. I mean, maybe. I mean, because I don't know. Because like I said, there were so many. Like he had been with other women. Why did he do that with me? He could have been with anyone. Marie Nicole, I have the gift of premonition. Okay, tell me something amazing, Marie. Mark, I wasn't trying to hit M Lane. Oh, then undo M Lane then. You can undo it. I don't know how to undo M Lane. Hold on, let me see if I can undo M Lane. Because M Lane is not she's not a, that's all I can do. I just added M Lane as a moderator. Oh, M Lane, you're still here. Okay, I made you a moderator. My bad. Because that's the only thing I could do. So now you're a moderator. My bad. Like, oh, I thought she was gone. Okay, you're here. Well, you're a moderator now, I guess. I think so. If you don't want to be a moderator anymore, tell me. I'll just unmoderate you. I know people who never took classes and they are awesome spirit workers. Oh, okay. Becky, tell me something amazing in this chat that you think I should, like use this chat as your way to promote your services, because maybe you can get someone else in the chat to come and let you do spirit work on them. Like practice on me. I don't care what anyone says. Priest was a bum. Victoria, listen, Priest was a bum. Okay, he was a bum. And cool yo-yo, yes, he was a nag. What is a nag again? A nigga. What is it? What is the acronym for nag again? I can't remember what it was. Crystal, Maria will never lead you astray. I learned hard to not discredit it. Well, I don't discredit my empath from earlier. Like I know people would think she was crazy because she just randomly came to me today and said, like out of nowhere, she hit me up on Instagram and she was like, I want to help you. I'm an empath. I'm a prophetess. Let's talk like now. And I was like, okay, like who are you? Like, I didn't know who she was. She just randomly came out of nowhere. I think she had spoke to me like one other time, and that was like a long time ago. And then she came to me today and was like, "Let's talk." And I was like, "About like what?" Most guys like women who require respect, but they still try to play. Yeah, he tried it. Nigga tried it. I hate trying. I hate typing, but I know why He seek you out. Okay, well, you've been typing the whole time. Cool, yo yo. Don't get shy now. I have minds and dreams. I actually predicted my mom would pass. Oh, that's horrible. Don't make us think about stuff like that right now. Okay, Crystal, it is a power. I'm sorry, Justice is he's like crawling all over me and stuff. I think he wants my attention. I think he wants to watch television. I'm about to put him in front of the television and make him watch SpongeBob. He hates SpongeBob. I'm gonna make him watch SpongeBob as a punishment if he doesn't quit it. Like I don't know why Justice cannot stand SpongeBob. He hates that fucking cartoon. He's like, every time it comes on, like get it away from me. Okay. Crystal, it is, and the power comes in trusting it and keeping in touch with it. Well, that's how I feel about my intuition, because I wasn't trusting my intuition inside of this situation with Priest. Because here's what ended up happening. Initially, like when we were talking online, my intuition was like, yo, this dude, there's something up with him and I don't know what it is. And then we kept talking because he came off as like a cornball initially. He was like a cornball and it was funny. Like, I was like, you're such a cornball. This dude is corny. This is what I was thinking. And then I said, you got some shit with you. You seem like you're a player. You seem like you play games. And we just kept talking as friends. And then once we started getting serious with each other, he started changing like into this amazing guy. So I guess he was becoming what he thought he needed to be to stay with me because he was so amazing. And so my intuition was saying, yo, this is somebody you're going to be stuck with for the rest of your life. So my intuition actually changed. And I don't know if it has something to do with metaphysics or energy or something to where I made the situation be a little bit more positive than it was, or I changed the nature of the situation because of my positive thinking and my positive energy. I'm not sure, but it went from me being uncertain because I thought he was a player to suddenly now it being like, this is a man that you're going to stay with, you're going to be with. He's going to be in your life for a long time. So get used to it. And this is what my intuition kept telling me. So I just went with it. I just went with it. Um, Whitfield, I heard a woman speaking about your situation the other day that dropped a lot of knowledge. I think you and she should collab. Some of these beefs should be squashed. Her name is Jamie something. Oh, well, then email me the link, Shell. Soncerae@gmail.com. Was that you who was that you who said, yeah, Shell, you didn't explain to me. You said he acted like a kid. I don't think it was all about sex. He just acted like a kid and didn't tell you his feelings changed. I think he was trying to make you leave him with all the mess he was pulling. Yeah, but that's not what I was talking about. He said, oh, you said Priest said he enjoyed you and thought you was a good person. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. I was wondering what I was like, who said that? Priest said that. Okay. Why did he say that? What? I'm not sure what to believe. Anything that comes, he doesn't make any sense. Like, this is confusing me. Like, if I was all wonderful and fancy dancy and shit, why would he do what he did? I was really nice to that asshole. Every time I just think about anything he says, it's like, can you believe anything he says? He's so just crazy. I don't believe in that mess. Why can't they prophesize about important stuff like major world events? It's not that they don't. It's not that they don't, Victoria. Like, let me explain something to you. My mother used to be an empath. My mother damn predicted Waco. One time my mother, and this is why she cannot stand scary movies. She doesn't like spiritual movies. She doesn't like anything that has to do with like demons and anything just scary. She doesn't watch them because my mother predicts that she knows stuff in the future. She knows world events. Every single, like, she predicted 9/11 because she would be talking to us about this stuff beforehand, and she would be like, I had a dream that blah 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 blah. Her first time doing that was Wake Up. And then you know how long Waco was ago? And that my mother was doing that when I was really young. My mother, she prophetized. My mother predicted years ago out of nowhere. We were sitting down, we was having a conversation. I don't even know what we were talking about. My mother said, you're going to have a son one day. I was like, excuse me? I'm like, I ain't have no more kids. She was like, no, you're going to have a son one day. I can feel it. I was like, what do you mean you can feel it? She was like, I know. This was like 8 years ago. She just burst out of nowhere and said that. Like, weren't even talking about kids. And she just burst out, you're going to have a son one day. Like, what are you saying? So we laugh about her doing that. Hold on, let me get this baby's binky. Because he's like whiny. I think he's like annoyed with hearing my voice. He's like, Mama, shut up. Like, it's like, you're talking my ear off, man. Shut it up. Yeah, my mom predicted those stuff. Now, if my mother was to go and do this, I don't think she would like doing it on a major scale, because I think sometimes she feel like she could possibly be wrong. So she doesn't want to do it and then be wrong sometimes. I think she wants to just leave it as it is. I don't think she wants to hone her craft. She just doesn't. She doesn't like anything that has to do with it. She just put it out of her mind. She doesn't like it. It scares her. It scares her. She used to be really Christian. She used to be really, really into Christianity. She's still Christian, but not how she used to be. She used to put oil and stuff on my head and in my mirrors, and she just, I don't know. Ladies, honestly, talking and taking other women's homegirls' advices was make us discredit what we feel. Listening and taking other chicks' advice. If you feel you should leave, leave. Yeah, I didn't. That's the one thing I didn't do. After we had been in a relationship for a while. Initially, when I first got with Priest, I was taking advice from my homegirl who was a doctor. She's a psychologist. And so she was saying to me, I was always shutting men off inside of relationships. And she said, I'm going to get you married by the end of the year. By the end of that, by in a couple of months later, after she said that, Priest and I was like in this major relationship. She met Priest. Me, her, and Priest used to hang out. So she loved Priest. You know what he did disappointed her. She's disappointed in him, but she doesn't tell him. She still follows him on Instagram. Like I said, all my friends still follow Priest. They don't really they I don't tell them don't follow him. They just follow him. Like they're still his friends. We still have mutual friends on Facebook. I mean, the only way they'll stop being his friend is if he deletes them. You know, because my friends aren't petty like that. I'm not going to them saying, "Hey, delete Priest." No, it's not that deep. But anyway, so she was the only one that I asked for advice for in regards to him. I don't usually ask women for relationship advice. I ask men. Yeah, sure. Yeah, Miss Whitfield, you have to send me that interview. You said you should listen to the interview for yourself. I will, but I just don't know. I gotta find out where it is. He said you didn't argue and were very cool and spiritual. Yeah, I don't like to argue. I'm not the arguing type. I be chilling. I don't have time for that. Like I don't like I hate arguing. That's like the worst. Ugh, it's the worst shit ever. I seen bridges falling on cars, and it did. And yes, I practice all kinds of stuff, but I'm commented too much. Yeah, well, people think you're crazy when you say that you see these things. They don't believe in intuition. They believe in more tangible things. Um, Readings are good to get before jumping in a relationship. Oh, well, I would be scared. I don't know. I would just be scared. Yeah, somebody email me the link to that thing that you're saying. Someone saying something about me because I don't know. I would have to I don't know where to find it. Am I supposed to put like Jamie and Soncerae in the live stream? I mean in the search. Let's do a search. Hold on. Let's do a. Oh, let's see. Justice, sit back. You're gonna fall. Uh, don't forget to buy something from y'all over y'all. Y'all gotta find at least one shirt you might like. Okay. Let's see. Let's put. It's always something bad. Look, there goes Soncerae's live stream right here. Okay. Let's see. Soncerae and Priest. Let's do the filter this week. That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. That's a troll, super fan. That's a troll, super fan. There's me. There's me. This silly guy here. He's a troll. He's a super fan, but he be driven. Anyway, I cut him some slack for some reason. I don't know why. Like I when he makes little negative videos about me, I don't even take it personal. Well, I don't really take it personal when any of these people post stuff. But most of these people don't know me. They're like strangers and just talking out the side of their neck. This guy. Is this it? Exploring the toxicity of YouTube. A mother explains Soncerae in great situation in great detail. Listen to what a woman very familiar with this story thinks about it. Is this it? Let's see if it's it. Well, I can't really hear. I can't play it while I'm on live because it'll fuck up. Is this it? Uh oh no, because here's my famous these oh my god, all these people right here. These are all my super trolls. Isn't it amazing to see them all? They always flock to when someone's saying negative. So we know that this is a negative video because all of the people that always say negative shit about me, my super trolls, are all in this. Look how they conjugate together. It's so weird. They're like children of the corn. They're like some weird like legion of demons. Look, and they're all of these people. I have literally blocked these people from my channels hundreds of times. These people have literally stalked me, sent me damaging, disgusting, derogatory emails. All of these people, this person, this person, this person, this person. It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, so this person is an asshole. So this is not the video. Okay. Oh, that's the same troll, super fan troll, Miss Berry. Oh, Miss Berry. I did say I was gonna watch. Let me click on this because I keep telling her I'm going to watch this video. I keep forgetting. So let's just put that right there. Um, that's a person just posting something I said. This is him living my live. This weirdo right here. Oh my god, he's such a weirdo. Oh my god, he is such a fucking weirdo. This stupidity Exodus guy is such a creep, and he's so creepy. Like he makes my skin crawl. He follows me everywhere. He's one of my stalkers. Oh my god, like, he is so weird. He's a fucking weirdo. Like I can't describe it. Like I've never seen so many people like this person consistently follows me and posts stuff about me all of the time. He has nothing else better to do. He's probably the lame who jizzes in a sock. Like he's the creepy person who probably lives in his mama's basement that just sits up and follows me around. It's so creepy. Every time I think about him, I get it's giving me the creeps. He's creepy. Look, here's another video. Oh my god. He's such creepy. He's creepy. Here's another oh, this person too creates videos. Super troll, super fan. Troll. That's Stupidity Exodus other channel. Bomb sure. Oh my god. She's creepy too. This woman disgusts me. She's so nasty. Oh, just so nasty. Like she's just nasty. That's all I can say. Just nasty. That bomb cherry lady is nasty. She just disgusts me. Don't dress like a street vendor and expect to be treated like a queen. Oh, that's Derek Jackson. I don't know why that's in my little. I don't know why that's there. Derek Jackson and the Shade Room. Let's watch this later. I don't know who that is, but we can watch her later to see if she has something valuable to say. Let's see. Yeah, weirdo stupidity Exodus again. Ew, that weirdo stupidity Exodus again. Like, it's just weird. Oh, that disgusting ass lady. Oh my god, my mother just thinks she is so disgusting because she's a webcam hoe and she's so fat and she's just ugly to me. She's just an ugly person, and I mean from the inside out. Like it's not even the outside. Like I don't even look at her physical appearance. I don't even care. It's the inside of this lady is so disgusting. Like I just can't. I don't know. Anyway, he's creepy. That's another stupidity Exodus. I think he's trying to use my name to get his name up, I guess. But a lot of these people just make videos to be hurtful. They don't have any facts about me and they don't really know me. So they just talk about me. But it doesn't bother me. Like I don't care. I don't care. I'm so done with it. Oh, this one, Soncerae, I'm not afraid of you and your doxing. Here's the creepy. Oh, this is the loudmouth husband that I was talking about, that I was the side chick to. Oh my god, he needs prayer. He needs a fucking straitjacket or a counselor. I'm not interested in him being afraid of me. Bitch, nigga, I want you to leave me alone. I'm not trying to scare you. Nigga, I want you to leave me alone. Like, let go of what we had. Let it go. Let it go. Oh my god, let it go. Go to Roku. Oh, you guys, so I have a Roku. I cannot wait to put my channel content up because I haven't put my channel content up to where it's public yet. Because me and the person, the developer who's developing the channel with me, here you go. Here you go, boo boo. The guy who's doing it with me, we're still working on it. So I still got a lot of twerking to do with that. But I said twerking, tweaking to do with that. So when I get my Roku channel, when I do my premiere, I can't wait to show you guys this. It's just so amazing. Like I couldn't believe it. Like I was like, I got a Roku channel. I couldn't believe it. But having a Roku channel is not like super amazing. It's just Roku. So I'm doing some different type of content on that channel. I'll probably do just comedy skits on that channel. Not really any type of like vlogging that I do here. I'm not gonna do that. So anyway, yeah, where's the weirdo that's live streaming my life? Where did I go? Oh, here it is. Here it is. If this is still up when I get off the live stream, I will probably flag it. You know what I mean? Oh, look. All of the super fans, look at them. Ew, this is so weird. These people claim that they hate me, but look, they have all conjugated together to sit down and discuss me. Look at this disgusting shit. These people are weird. Oh, is this the lady you was talking about? Jamie Jade. Yeah, she's trying to be a part of that crowd. Why would I listen to anything she has to say? Oh yeah, I'm totally not listening to nothing she has to say. But it's so weird when people that claim they don't like me sit down and watch my live streams. Like a person that claims they don't like me as live streaming my live stream. And when I'm done with this live stream, if this live stream is still up here, I'm going to flag it down for copyright. Period. Period. Like that should be like easy. I'm gonna get it taken down. I keep saying that. I don't know if the last one, this weirdo live stream was taken down. I didn't even go look. But all of these people in this chat claim they don't like me, but they're sitting here having a conversation about me listening to my live stream. That's so fucking weird. And this Warren DeFerraz, convicted felon, you sexual perv, contacting my daughter, you nasty perverts. You are a pervert contacting my daughter. What is wrong with you? Get your convicted felon ass off of the line. And Junk Pile video, oh my God. This white creepy stalker, I don't know who Romero Styles is. Chef Orel Young used to be my motherfucking moderator. Stupidity Exodus, this is his other channel. I don't know who KD is. I don't know these people like that. Lord Gaelic, I actually was saying something positive about you, but you're a jackass, so I probably won't say shit else after seeing you in this miserable ass chat with these miserable ass people. Mika, you always been a super bitch, so I'm not surprised you here. M. Floor, whoever that is, that person has been stalking me for years. Like, ew, you people are demented. You're sitting here conjugating together to discuss me. You don't have shit else better to do on a Thursday night. Are you kidding me? Like, oh my God. And Soncerae did not dox Bomb Cherry. And Bomb Cherry needs to stop making it seem like she's some type of victim, the nasty broad. She was coming after me all mad and angry and shit, acting like a stupid, demented whore. And then she wonders why Rice decided to dox her and tell everybody that she deserves to be sexually assaulted. Rice did this to you and you're still mad at me? Like, what the fuck? Like, Bon Cherry just wants to be somebody's victim. All of you people are weirdos, but you claim that Soncerae is the problem. Like Soncerae is the crazy one, but you're the weirdos watching a live stream of me live streaming. That doesn't seem weird to you? That doesn't seem off to you? A group of people who claim they don't like me are watching me. You bitches are fans. You're super fans. You love me so much. You talk about me every day. You love me. Just admit it. Just admit it. It would make more sense if you would just admit it. Because the shit you're doing right now makes no fucking sense whatsoever. You can't make videos talking about how much you hate someone, making fun of someone, and you do it every day. And then you're sitting here in a chat of a live stream of me live streaming. You people are so demented. Like, I don't know. All of you need a straitjacket. That's why I can't take anything that you guys say serious. I can't take it serious because it's a whole bunch of dumb shit. It's just dumb. It's like a waste. It's a distraction from what I really, really am doing every day. Look at my channel. Do I talk about any of you? And then you guys call me NASA because this asshole Stupidity Exodus told you guys that I said I was a fucking astronaut. Not once did I ever say I was an astronaut. I said I worked at NASA as a damn receptionist in my early 20s, and y'all going around here calling me NASA. Like, that's so fucking strange and weird. And none of you weirdos think that it's weird. Stalking me, trying to figure out where I live, worry about how my vagina smell, who I'm fucking, what I'm doing. That's so weird. Y'all are some nasty weirdos. Like, I want nothing to do with any of you, but you conjugate and talk about me all of the time, every day, just to get views. I don't need to scroll down. I don't want to scroll down and watch a whole bunch of negative people. I watched you motherfuckers talk bullshit about me my entire pregnancy, posting lies, posting dumb shit about me, bending the truth, twisting my words. Y'all did that shit for months. Why would I want to scroll down and read some more of this bullshit? Fuck everybody in this chat. Kiss my ass all the way up and through it. Like, come on, man. Oh my God. Weirdos. Ugh, I swear to God. I swear to God. Tell them, Justice. Tell them if they weirdos. You over here like, Justice is my dude, though. Justice is my dude. So anyway, back to my chat. Like, them people are strange. I don't know what possessed people to do shit like that. Like, I don't really understand that. Sick as hell. Sick and twisted is exactly what they are. I'm about to go eat because I haven't eaten yet. Has it been an hour or has it been 2 hours? Has it been 2 hours? Because I told y'all to tell me how many hours has it been because I can't be on this live stream long because then Justice get all moody and shit. You know, he wants to play. He wants to play. You want to play, poo poo? You want to play? Y'all, I can't fuck with them people. Like, I ain't something them people. Like, look, dickhead band. Come on, man. That Mark, you knew that was a damn troll or jump. People be doing the most. Sick. Listen, cool yo yo. Them being them being calling them sick is a understatement. I'm gonna go feed JJ, y'all. I'm gonna go feed BJ. Bomb Cherry shows her butt in cellulite. I gotta feed Justice. Oh, it's hot in here. Okay, poo poo, I'm coming. I'll see y'all later, okay? We'll talk another time. Bye.